Hey guys, Zote for Life here with my, I don't know if you guys have been waiting for this, but it's definitely a deck that I am kind of really hyped for, and that is Necloth. Since Devpro's taken like forever, decided to go and see if YGOPRO was updated, and sure enough it was. Originally, YGO Hack released an unofficial update, but then shortly after I downloaded that, there was an official update, and now I got like doubles of the cards, and anyways, regardless, this is probably the most like hyped deck out of Triforce right now, and it's good reason too. I mean, it's arguably the best deck, Hermit Yokai being the second best, and Spirit Beast being the third, which is sad. But oh well, I guess people are getting tired of fusions. Should all thank you very much for that. Anyways, so first, really good. Like ritual archetype, Gishki was a good step in the right direction, but this deck took it on a whole new level. These guys are just saying, "Move over, Gishki, we're the kings." And that's basically what they did. So I'm going to stop rambling and actually get down to the deck profile. You'll notice that there is no traps whatsoever. There's no room for it, and there's no need for it. Play it like Bujin in a way, and I will explain that later. I play 3 Necloth Sorcerer, or Archmage of Necloth, whichever name you prefer. Basically, whenever he's tributed by a card effect, you can add a Spellcaster type Necloth Ritual monster from your deck to your hand. And if he's banished, you can send a Necloth from your deck to the graveyard except for himself. You can only use, I think, only one effect per turn. Yeah, you can only use one effect per turn, and you can only use it once that turn. Pretty decent. There's only 2 non-ritual monsters in the deck right now, which is kind of sad, but also kind of cool at the same time. And then there's little Mr. Shrit here. Poor guy. With that name, I feel sorry for him. Anyways, basically, if he's tributed, you can add a Ritual Warrior, the Necloth monster, from your deck to your hand, and he can be counted as the full tribute. That is key, okay? That is a really good thing, because that's your main way of summoning stuff. Play 2 Decisive Armor, dude. I'll say this now. All the high-level Necloth, like, I think 7 and higher so far, say that you cannot tribute the same number, like the same level of a monster for their summon. It can't be the same level, which is kind of counteractive since the rituals say that it has to be the same level. But anyways, they all have 2 effects. The first effect is a hand effect that you can discard to activate an effect, and they all have an on-field effect. This guy, what he does is basically you can discard him to have a Necloth monster gain 1,000 attack and defense until the end of the turn. That is really good. He's kind of like their own like mini honest, if you can even call it that. They all have pretty good attack regardless, but that is really useful. And the main thing you're going to be using him for, you're almost never going to summon him. But his monster effect for whenever he's on field is you can target one set card your opponent controls and destroy it, and if you do, banish it. That is especially good for when dueling against Shadal, or something that that uses the hands, or artifacts because they don't hit the grave. Really useful. And then here's kind of like the boss monster of the deck. I know technically Decisive Armor is, but this guy is kind of like the key card that everybody's like hyping over, because it's Trishula. It has the same effect as Trishula, like verbatim, just about. Also, he has an effect where if he's in your hand, you can discard him to get a card effect that targets a Necloth monster. And did I mention he's much more easier to summon than regular Trish? Like, what? Generally speaking, this is going to be your first guy that you're going to go to. He's really good. Need I say more? He has the same stats and everything, too. Then I play 1 Necloth Valkyrus. Okay, so here's the thing. He has 2 effects, just like every other. First effect, discard him, banish a dude from your grave, negate an attack, and end the battle phase. Okay, that effect you'll almost never use. His second effect, though, is really good. His second effect allows you to tribute 1 or 2 monsters from your hand or your side of the field, and draw 2 cards. Or, sorry, rather should I say 1 card for each card that you tributed. And the reason why that's good is because that triggers Shrit and Sorcerer effect. So you can get search and draw 2. Okay, that's a +4. Well, I guess technically +2 since you got to tribute 2 cards, but regardless. And then I play 3 Gungnir. This one, basically, you mainly use her for her hand effect. You discard her to target 1 Necloth monster. It cannot be destroyed for the remainder of the turn. Okay. The second effect, for whenever she's actually on field, you discard a Necloth card, destroy 1 card on the field. Kind of good, kind of not. Then there, well, actually no, sorry, let me rephrase that. First effect, good. Second effect, variable. Then there's Brionic. His effect, basically, you can discard him to add any Necloth card from your deck to your hand. Sorry, Necloth monster. Okay, Necloth monster, ritual monster, effect monster. If they ever get a normal, I suppose so as well. And then there, oh yeah, I guess I should mention his monster effect. For whenever he's on field, you can basically target 1 or 2 monsters on the field that were special summoned from the extra deck, shuffle them into the deck. That is really good for when dealing against like a Qliphort deck or another Pendulum deck. But aside from that, it's not all that great. Like, if it was any monster, oh my god, that'd be amazing. But you're mainly going to be using him for his discard effect. I think I've only ever summoned him once or twice. And then there's Unicore. Basically what he says is no monster effects. Well, sorry. No extra deck monster effects while he's on the field, okay? His other monster effect is you can discard them to add any Necloth card from your deck, from your grave to your hand. So basically you can add one of the rituals, you can add one of the other dudes that you need. He's pretty good. And then I play 3 of Necloth Clausolaus. Basically what he does is you can discard him to add any Necloth spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. Now, right now they don't have any trap cards, but being able to search out the rituals, the ritual spell cards are really, really good. His other effect is that while he's on the field, once per turn, I believe during either player's turn, you can target 1 monster on the field that has special summon from the extra deck. Its attack becomes 0 and its effects are negated until the end phase. Basically, kind of like Shrit, these guys hate the extra deck. Which is pretty good, especially since our formats rely so heavily on the extra deck. I play 3 reinforcements of the army. Now, you may be wondering why. Well, Clausolaus and Shrit are both warriors, okay? So, basically, I can search a card, search another card, search another card. That allows me to search another card, so I can search another card. If that makes any sense. Because this deck does a lot of searching, trust me. 1 Fool's Burial just to get stuff in the grave, so I can use their effects later. I play 3 Preparation of Rites. You kind of sort of need this. It gets you back a ritual monster from your deck to your hand, and it allows you to get back your ritual spells. 3 Exomirror and 3 Kaleidomirror. Basically, they both do the same thing. They allow you to summon any of the Necloth ritual monsters, except they have 2 key separate effects. Exomirror allows you to use monsters in the graveyard for your ritual summon. Basically, you can banish a Necloth monster in your graveyard to ritual summon instead of tributing on field. And this is good to maintain hand and field advantage. Kaleidomirror allows you to summon multiple, so more than 1, ritual Necloth monsters from your hand by tributing exactly 1 monster on the field in your hand or in your extra deck for that ritual summon, except the level has to be equal to their combined levels. So let's say I want to summon Unicore and Brionic. I'd have to send a level 10 monster from my extra deck. Or if I have Shrit, I can do that as well. Heck, now that I think about it, I believe, I'm not entirely sure on this because I haven't really done it. I never have Shrit whenever I have Kaleidomirror, sadly. Is that if you have Shrit, you're able to summon basically everybody in your hand. I could be wrong about that. I'm not saying I am, and I'm not saying I'm right. Okay, just I gotta double test that if I ever manage to actually get that set up. 2 MST for general back row removal, and 1 different burial from the different dimension because you banish a lot in this deck, and it is really necessary. The extra deck does not matter. You will never go into it. I tried playing it with some Exceeds. Never, not once. Okay, I know there's something that you can do with, was it EXA beetle? I forget. EXA. I believe it is EXA. Yeah, beetle. Wait, he's an insector, right? Yeah. Dang it, I can't pull it up. Wait, no, it's spelled with a Z. Okay. Yeah, it's the rank 6 one. Yeah, this dude. Basically, you summon out 2 of your Brionic with Kaleidomirror by sending No. You send Quasar, and then you summon out these 2. You overweight into an Exa Beetle, and then you use his effect, attach Quasar, and then you destroy them both, and then you summon out. It'll trigger Quasar's effect to summon out Shooting Star, and then basically get a free Synchro monster. It's really not necessary. The deck doesn't need that. I know it's something that you can do, but it's just not necessary, okay? Now then, you'll notice that I do have one of the Necloth rituals down here. I don't play them right now. I might try and find room for them later, but right now, it's either him or Valkyrus. It's up to you. Basically, what Catastor does is he adds Catastor's effect. Except he pulls up any extra deck monster. And that goes for any Necloth monster that battles an extra deck monster. He also has a discarding effect allowing you to special summon a Necloth monster from your graveyard. But there are only 2 Necloth monsters that can be special summoned from your graveyard. Because auto rituals cannot be special summoned except by ritual summon. That is it. So, right now, Catastor is just about useless in the deck. It's a first side deck whenever you're going against a really extra deck heavy deck, like, I don't know, Heraldic Beast or something. Aside from that, you don't need him. Okay, I'm just going to say that right now, you don't need him. And, aside from that, the only other thing that I would say that you can try out in the deck is Salvage. I had to take it out because I wanted to go for the Searching, Go Fast, Go Furious. Salvage is definitely useful though, and I would recommend at least trying it out, like, just simply because it can get back both Shrit and Clausolaus, which allows you to do more searching and ritual summoning, but that's up to you. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry for, like, the stuttering. I forgot all about the Exa Beetle combo, but again, it's not necessary. You don't need it, okay? Like, literally, if you can't win with the main deck, I don't understand what you're doing wrong with the whole... Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Rate, comment, subscribe. What do you think of Necloths? I'm, like, really happy that we finally have a really good ritual deck. I mean, Giski was a right step in the direction, but they did some things wrong. Like, I think that they just... Well, not so much wrong. They did everything right. It's just... How should I put it? All their good rituals got hit. There, that's it. Before we even got them. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Rate, comment, subscribe. Have a great day. And guys, if you haven't already, check out my Twitter. I'm going to have the link down in the description, along with the entire deck list if you're too lazy to check out the video. Well, then again, if you're listening to this part, you've watched the whole video. Anyways, guys, see you later.